I have a question, Stuart. It's Hallie.
Let's call it.
Um, so I noticed that I'm always twitching on the left side as a reaction to the Shakti, mainly always the left side. So I'm wondering, is that because I'm more receptive on the left side, or is it because there's more healing happening there? And it's literally all left side activity.
What do you mean by left side activity?
The entire left side of my body reacts to the Shakti and it twitches and jolts.
Well, then, there must be blockage in the left side of your body, that the energy, as it's moving through your system, is hitting the blocks and creating the twitches. I don't think it's anything to concern yourself about. It's something that, as you work on yourself, chakra system will get strong enough to be able to dissolve all those impediments, all those blocks. And then it won't be left side or right side. It will be wherever you need it. It will be, you know, um, I don't know what else to tell you, other than I wouldn't worry about this. This is something that is not negative. It's just something that obviously you need to go through right now and let the energy work on you. Don't interfere with it. Don't even ask questions. Why only the left side? Just open and let it expand you. Let it really heal you inside. Let it work on your chakra system. And don't worry about left side, right side, that changes, And as you get stronger, there'll be less twitching on the left side of your body. I mean, just open your heart. The heart's not on the left side or the right side, right in the center of your chest. Open your heart. Let all of the blocks dissolve into the energy of gratitude, the energy of love, the energy of healing. And that takes place when you're centered below the navel, when the heart is open, mind is quiet. It gives the Shakti, the higher force of energy, room inside you to heal you of many, many things that are impediments to your spiritual growth. And they'll be twitching. I remember when I used to sit with Rudy, he would just go like this, and I would bounce across the room, literally. He was once sitting on the couch with some friends of his. He said, "Watch this," and I just bounced across the room. I mean, it was his Shakti was so strong that it was blowing right through deep blocks inside me. I wasn't embarrassed. I didn't care. I just wanted to grow, and whatever it took for me to get past myself, I was happy to work with. So I wouldn't worry about left side or right side. Just keep opening the heart, opening the chakra below the navel, letting the energy flow from a higher source through your system. It will heal you of the impediments, of the things that are blocking you right now.
Thank
What I
you.
can see, when I can see two places. The first one is the heart. Understand to open, let it just open unconditionally. Feel gratitude for all the incredible gifts that have been given to you in your life. I think if that becomes real inside you, the twitching is going to go away. Get centered below the navel. If you're balanced inside, the twitching will go away.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Does anyone else have a question?
Hi, Stuart. I think I have a question.
Yes.
Hopefully, I can put words to it. I don't know if it's like I never want to say I've had a certain amount of spiritual progress, I feel like I'm not tangled up in my head at all.
You know, I can't make out what you're saying. You'll have to speak up or try and say it again.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, I was saying, I don't know, I might be on the wrong microphone or something. I don't know if like I've had a certain degree of spiritual progress at times. I feel like I'm fairly awakened when it comes to the mental part. Like I don't get tangled up. It's all just repetitive pattern and like I don't know. My question is, I feel like I've been knocked out. Now I'm picking up my stuff and my body's what I'm picking up. Like it's like I'm learning how to live from my heart, from my body with uncertainty, with
Look, Michael, look, you've been through hell since the day I met you. With all the different situations, I won't go through it, but you've been through hell, you know, and you have to expect, all of the things you're talking about. But at the same time, you're working on yourself and you're getting yourself through that hell. You're getting yourself through, situations that are, extremely difficult, physical situations. Have patience. Have patience. Continue to work on yourself. I would suggest coming to more classes. I really would. You need energy. A lot of what you just asked has to do with your tanks running dry. I mean, if you need gasoline in your car, you pull into a gasoline station, or the car's going to stop running. Human beings are different. Cars are smarter than us. Human beings just run on tension. You know, so I have patience, Michael. You've been through hell, and I respect what you've been through and what you've done with your life and how you've grown and your commitment to a spiritual life. I suggest attending more classes because you need energy to help you get through the difficulties of your situations.
Yeah, well, thank you.
No, you're welcome. You're welcome. And don't drag yourself down. There's no reason to. I mean, the guts to fight through what you're fighting through in your life, my God, you have all my respect, you know. So just have patience. Let time do your work. You'll get to the other side of all this stuff.
Thanks. It does help. So often I refuse to admit that it is difficult dealing with health situations and yeah.
Well, it's difficult. Again, I suggest you attend more classes. Find the time, to get to more of these classes. I mean, basically, look, there's 165 hours in every week. I ask people to come 4 hours a week of that 165 hours. And I hope people find time to do it because the energy is so strong here. It's so powerful. It's got to help you get through the most difficult of situations. So make a commitment to attend 2, 3 classes a week. I mean it. It won't hurt you. It'll just fill up your tanks. It'll fill up. You'll get fuel to run your life. And that's all this class is about. It's fuel to run one's life. It's to build a chakra system that enables one, to have a spiritual life. That's what this is about. That's all it's about. My job is to have every person who comes to my class to help them develop a chakra system that will enable them to sit in front of us. I always say the real guru, which is life. Stuart is not the guru. Thank God. I was the guru. I gave it up. It's kind of a boring occupation. The real guru is life. And my job is to help people get strong enough in themselves that they can go to the greatest university that exists on this planet, and that's life. The greatest treasure that we're all given is life. But we need to be strong enough inside to be able to do it. These classes are about that. finding the sacred nature of life. And that takes time. You think I found this first couple of years of doing it? It took so much time for me to get past Stuart, who I thought I was and what I thought I was, and bullshit, you know, to get to a place where I just say, okay, every moment is sacred. Life is sacred. So don't put yourself down, Michael. There's no reason for it. You got a lot of guts and you really have come a long way. And there are going to be stumbling blocks and things wrong and things that are going to be difficult. So what? So what? Can't be any more difficult than what you've already been through, you know? And look, you're here, you're working on yourself, you're growing. What else matters? Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask?
Stuart, this is Jan.
Yes, Jan.
Could you talk more about what it means to get beyond Stuart when you say that? What does that mean?
Yeah, get beyond all the things I thought were right and wrong and my opinions and, the way I judged other people and all the nonsense that keeps us from really functioning here like a human being. The ego, getting past. I mean, I had a huge ego when I was younger. I thought, my God, I was the next, Shakespeare, when I was younger. And I had to get past all that. I had to simplify my life to where I was no longer doing it. This higher force of energy is doing it. And allowing the higher energy to do it, it means I have to bow to it. I have to surrender inside in great depth. I have to let go of any image of who I think I am. And I'll tell you, frankly, I could never have provided me a life like that higher energy has provided for me and still provides for me. That's getting past me, ego, getting past all this, my self-importance, who I thought I was, also my insecurity, my, fear, my, this thing in me that had to dominate and all that bullshit, that just does nothing but destroy people. And ultimately, you got to surrender it anyway, Ultimately, it just all goes. We might as well learn how to surrender it and replace it with a connection to higher energy in the universe. And that connection is not possible if we dwell on ourselves, if we are the ones doing it. Some of the first things Rudy told me, he told me, if you ever believe that you're doing this, he said, your spiritual life will be over. You have to get past yourself. Now, that's not an easy job. But, frankly, as I've said many times, the only person we live with 24 hours a day is ourselves. And if we have to spend 24 hours a day living with our self-importance, our ego, our tension, our fear, our insecurity, our guilt, all that crap, it's like living in a junkyard. So we got to get past it. We have to transform it inside into life-giving energy. And the only way I've learned to do that is the development of a very, very strong chakra system that's capable of transforming all of those lower elements of life into a spiritual life. Otherwise, I'm telling you, we live in a garbage dump. called self. Who and what we think we are, and all that ego stuff, and all that. And what do we want? We want to be happy. We want to love. We want to love other people. We want to feel like, we belong here. There's something kind and good we can do in the world. We can nurture other people. We have compassion for other people. We have compassion for ourselves. We forgive ourselves all the bullshit we've done to other people and to ourselves in our life. And we can move on, become a child of God instead of, a neurotic person. I'm not saying you're not a neurotic person. You're not. But, you have a lot of tension and there's still a lot of stuff that needs to be worked through. Does anyone else have a question?
Thank you, Stuart.
You're welcome. Just be happy, for God's sake. It's not only for Jan, it's for all of us. Be happy. What the hell else do we have here? All the rest of it is just transient anyway. It comes and goes. We waste so much time worrying about money and worrying about relationships. And will we be accepted? Will we this? Will we that? It just all comes and goes. It's all transient. It's all an illusion. I mean, once you can live with your heart open, you get past Maya. You get past all the illusion. And you found the purpose for being alive, which is to be happy. To have Ananda, to be full of God's bliss. Does anyone else have a question? Bob, you don't have a question? Does anyone else have a question?
You're doing so well, you don't need more questions.
What?
You're doing so well, you don't need more questions.
Yeah, you're right. But they're good, they open me. They open something so deep inside me, that it not only becomes teachings for all of you. This stuff goes on YouTube. It goes on all kinds of places I never even go to. It goes, and people, I get letters, emails from people around the world. I saw this on YouTube. I saw this on Facebook. It's very, it's not only nurturing us here, but it goes out. I don't know how many people, I don't, but to a lot of people, I think, are more and more finding this stuff. And again, I don't know anything about Facebook. I got off Facebook 3 years ago, and all of a sudden I have 900 videos on Facebook. You think it's a riot, but people connect. They find it. My website, they find it. And I think it's helping people. So your questions are very much a part of this. Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? Okay, so as I said, Sunday, I got to take a day off. I got to just absorb everything that's happened in the last month. And so it's going to be this Sunday. And next class will be Monday. We'll be back to the regular schedule. Those of you who, don't attend the class in Europe and the Middle East, and if you're interested in attending that class, just let me know. I'll put your name on the mailing list, I mean, I have 7 classes a week, and then I have 1 class here on Saturday evening in person, But if you want to attend all the classes or more classes, just, ask me, and I'll put your name on the mailing list. You'll be able to attend. Okay, if there are no more questions, thank you, and God bless you all. And, I tell you, you're all my teacher. You being here, working here, doing this, it just forces me to go to a place in myself that I never dreamed I would be able to go to. So God bless you all and thank you. And I'm looking forward to seeing everybody on Monday.
Thank you, Stuart.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you, Stuart.
Good night.
Night.